Hello everybody and welcome to Pillars of Eternity. The game has finally released its beta version to all the backers out there, so we get to play the game finally. This is seriously the game I've been anticipating the most all year so far. I mean, I know it's not the release version, but I'm so happy that I get to play the game finally. So basically what Pillars of Eternity is, I guess you could call it a spiritual successor to some classics like Baldur's Gate and Planescape, and my personal favorite, Icewind Dale, so I can't wait to get started here. This was obviously kick-started, and, you know, thanks to everybody out there that backed this game, because, you know, the big companies don't want to make these games anymore. You know what? There is room for these games. People want to play them, and I can't wait to start playing. So let's do that right now. Actually, let's take a quick look at the options. So basically, if you're not familiar with these types of games, well, at least this one uses a semi-real-time combat system with pause, a bit like Dragon Age Origins, I guess, which is a relatively newer game to come out that uses that system that a lot of people out there might be familiar with. So right here in the options with the auto pause will trigger with certain things that I've checked here, like character dies, I will definitely want to auto pause, character damage, low stamina, low health. I've also wanted to set up so that it auto pauses when the combat starts, and also to stop party movement when the combat starts, because I'd like to position, or at least survey the area and position my characters the way I'd like. So that's, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, really, you could check everything. There's hidden object found. There's tons of stuff we could do here, but we're not going to go too crazy. We're just testing the game out, really. In the game setting here, you can choose your difficulty level. From what I've seen in the forums, I don't think this is actually working right now. At least, maybe I misread something, but it doesn't seem like the difficulty levels are actually working. So I'm just going to keep it on normal and hope it works. And then there's a whole bunch of other options here, but we're going to go through that later on. And then you got the graphics here that, I mean, there's not that many options, but still, if you want to tweak a few things. The sound, of course, and then we got the controls. So there you have it. That's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and start this game up. So we're going to go normal. Now, there's a few other things you can check if you want, like Trial of Iron, which basically, in Trial of Iron mode, only one save file is kept for the entire playthrough. If a player is killed, the file is deleted and you must start again. This option can't be changed in-game. This is somewhat a bit like in XCOM. There was a mode in XCOM, I don't remember what it's called, but that's basically the same thing. We're not going to check this right now, though, because I'm not quite sure what I'm getting myself into right now, so I'd rather just play and then, you know, eventually try these other options here. Like expert mode, though, does sound quite interesting, though. Expert mode disables a number of helper features in the game. Players who want to rely on their own faculties and intuition while playing the game should play expert mode. This option can't be changed in game. Now, that's probably something I would definitely go for. Actually, Trial of Iron as well, but I'm going to keep these off for now, and we're going to go normal. So let's accept and start this game up. I think they have a little cutscene here. So let's take a quick look at the cutscene. Alright, well, that's not much of a cutscene, but I guess we'll get started here. This is probably going to be the character creation screen right now. Alright, so character creation, let's go ahead and start this up. I have a general idea of what I want to try out in this game first, so I'm going to be making a female ranger elf, pretty much is what I'm going to be doing. So there we have it. So female, absolutely. Next, so these are the races right now. You got the human race, you got the Omawa. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but what do? They got might +2. The humans are resolve +1 and might +1. Dwarves, might +2, dexterity -1, constitution +1. Interesting. Then we got the elves here, dexterity +1, perception +1. This is why I want to take them as a ranger. Then you got the Orlan, which is kind of like a weird half-link thing. Actually, kind of interesting looking. Resolve +1, might -1, and perception +2. And then we got the godlikes. Actually, this is not a helmet. This is actually the way they look. They get dexterity +1 and intellect +1. So there you have it. Those are the 6 races in the game right now. I don't know if there's plans for more. I mean, there's room here for perhaps more. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take an elf. Go next on that. So then we got two the two sub races actually for the elf. We got the Pale Elf and the Wood Elf. What does the Pale Elf give us? Elemental Endurance. The damage threshold for all Pale Elves are increased by 20% for all burn and freeze damage. So that's not really what I'd be looking for. What do the Wood Elves? Usually Wood Elves are more ranged oriented there. So distant advantage against any enemy that is more than 4 meters away. Wood Elves gain bonuses to accuracy, deflection, and reflexes. So that's pretty cool. That's exactly what I want to be doing. So we're gonna go ahead and do Wood Elf on that one. And what do we got next? So then we got the classes. I'm gonna go straight to Ranger. I mean, there's so many, and they all do different things, I would assume. Yes, they do. I mean, I could spend like a half hour just going through everything here, maybe even more. Actually, that's pretty cool the way the Barbarian looks. I'm gonna go ahead and do Ranger because that's really what I want to be doing. So what does the Ranger get? We get stamina and health 36 plus 12. I think that's the same for all the races. Oh no, 42 plus 14. Okay, no, it definitely changes. So Rangers were already, you know, lower health than normal and stamina. We get deflection 10, which is considered low. We got melee accuracy 10, which is considered low. We got range accuracy 25, which is very high. This is exactly what we want. We want to be ranged, obviously. And what do we get? Starting abilities. We got Animal Companion. All Rangers share a strong bond with an animal companion. The companion fights at the Ranger's command and is extremely valuable for its ability to run interference for the Ranger. Animal companions don't do much damage, but they have extremely high damage thresholds and can give special bonuses to the Ranger when they focus on the same target. That's pretty cool. Rangers and their animal companions share stamina and health pools. Ooh, really? That's crazy. Rangers and their animal companions share stamina and health pools. Wow. If one is wounded, the other also takes damage. If one falls unconscious or dies, so does the other. Really? So that's a bit of a double-edged sword, I guess. We also get Swift Aim, which Rangers can attack and reload weapons faster at a penalty to their accuracy. Okay. Wounding Shot. The Ranger's attack can inflict a raw damage over time effect and hobble the target 2 times encounter. Okay, 2 per encounter, 2 times encounter, 2 slash encounter. I think this is times. I guess you get to do this twice per encounter only. So if your encounter ends up, you know, going quite some time, you might run out of this. So use wisely. We got Stealth +1 and Survival +2. Not sure what these do, but I can't wait to find out. So there we go. We got our Ranger. That's definitely what we're going to be taking. I really like the idea of the Animal Companion, actually. That's pretty sweet. I kind of like that whole, you know, we are the same type of mentality. Alright. Is it we are the same? I don't know. Something like that. Alright, next. What do we got next? Alright, so animal companions. Cool, we get to choose our companion. So we got the antelope and the boar. Antelope. Do they all? Oh wait, no, they all do different things. So antelope companions have neutrally superior defense, deflection, fortitude, reflexes, and will. Interesting. The boar, the bear companions have usually high damage thresholds, giving them superior protection from all forms of damage. So if you want a tank, that's actually kind of interesting. But then again, if we're sharing the same health and everything, fine, damage threshold and health are not the same thing, but I wouldn't want my companion to be in the front lines. What do we got? The boar. Boar companions gain might when they are below 50% stamina. Okay, interesting. We got the lion. Companions have the ability to terrify enemies with a powerful roar. That's actually interesting, although I'm not a lion fan per se. I'm a wolf fan, actually, and it's kind of fitting that they have it last, because that's, without even knowing what it does, that's what I'm taking. But we'll click this first. The stag can activate a melee attack that does damage to all enemies in a small area around the main target. Okay, not too interesting. Hopefully the wolf has something awesome. Wolf animal commands move exceptionally fast. Okay, well, that could mean many things. I do like wolves. I like their stealthiness in nature, so that's probably how I would use this wolf, and I'm definitely going to take the wolf. I was just noticing that everything else here is the same on all of them. It just explains, basically, all rangers. I mean, it just explains what we already know about we share the same spiritual connection and blah, blah, blah. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take the wolf. We actually get to name your companion as well. Oh, that's just lovely. I am horrible at choosing names. How about Wolfie? Wolfie's kind of cool. Let's go Wolfie. Alright. So we get to choose our attributes. We got 57 points to spend. Interesting. So our resolve is at 4, intellect is 3, constitution is 3. I mean, obviously we're going to want... You know what I'm going to do? Because I'm not sure what any of these actually mean in-game. I'm not sure what kind of rules this game follows. I know it's not the same as Baldur's Gate or Icewind Dale. It's their own system, if you will. So I'm going to go 10 in everything right now. I mean... I don't know, I might not need 10 intellect with the ranger, I'm not sure, but you know, usually in these games everything works in some way, except for charisma in Icewind Dale was kind of broken. You didn't really need charisma on, say, like an orc, warrior, barbarian type thing. You could just leave it at 0 pretty much. Because, anyways, Icewind Dale is a whole different game altogether. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead 10, because usually you want, you know... You want to make sure you're safe on everything. Dexterity, though, seems to be what we want, right? Dexterity is accuracy. Because of our ability, you know what, I kind of want to max it out. So 19 is the highest, so 18 plus 1 because we're elf. Okay, and that's 19 extra accuracy. Here are actually our abilities right now. So we got the Wolf Companion. And then the Swift Aim, which we already know, but Swift Aim, actually this shows us minus 10 range accuracy and minus 10 melee accuracy when we use this. Minus 10 accuracy seems like a lot. Melee accuracy I don't really care for, because I probably won't be doing any melee attacks at all with this character. But, yeah. And then we got the Wounding Shot, 2 per encounter. So, I mean, having Dexterity maxed out gives us plus 19 accuracy, minus 10 when we use our things, so that's not too bad. Then I got 9 points left. Well, Might is damage, right? Plus 20% damage and healing. Is there anything that gives criticals? I guess I should read these, right? So Might is plus 20 damage and healing. Constitution is plus 20% stamina and health. Okay, well, I definitely want at least 12 Constitution. Dexterity, we already know, is accuracy. We've got Perception, which is Interrupt. I'm not sure what Interrupt is. In combat, it allows characters to catch opponents off guard, improving their chance to cause an interrupt. Okay. Okay, so this is Perception. Perception represents a character's senses as well as their instinctive ability to pick up on details. In interactions, it can be used to catch someone in a lie, to make an observant comment about their appearance, or notice something happening in the background. In combat, it allows characters to catch opponents off guard, improving their chance to cause an interrupt. I probably want a good amount of this, actually. 45. You know what? I think I like that. I will be the... I guess this is kind of like... It works a bit like charisma outside of combat, and in combat it's gives you the interrupt, which I'm not exactly 100% sure. I guess finding weaknesses. Maybe this is like a... you know... criticals, maybe, or something to that extent. And we got intellect here, which is plus 50 duration and area effect. Okay, that's probably for spells, obviously. Intellect represents a character's logic and reasoning capabilities. In interactions, it can be useful for deduction, sudden realizations, and problem solving. In combat, it contributes to effect durations and the size of area of effect. Okay, well, 10 is fine. Then we got resolve. Determines the emotions. Concentration. I'm going to keep this 10. I got 2 more points to spend. I might as well go Might. Might represents the character's physical and spiritual strength. During interactions, it can be useful for intimidating displays and acts of brute force. In combat, it contributes to both damage and healing. I might as well go 12. I mean, I don't want to be doing no damage with my ranged weapon, right? So there we go. I'm not sure this is, you know, the right build for a ranger right now. I'm a little bit out of touch with these types of games, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and try this. See if this works out for us. So then we got the culture to select. Man, there's a lot of stuff to select in this game. So we got the culture here. Culture largest powerful. I think I had read that culture basically just affects storyline stuff. I think. and different things. But I notice here it's actually, this is giving dexterity, this is giving resolve. I mean, I'm not going to read every single one of these, but I'm going to just get to the bottom line, which is, oh, there's another dexterity one here. Why is my Ranger, why is my character dressed funny? Anyways, dexterity +1, the white that wins, and what was the other one? The Deadfire Archipelago. Kind of like that. Oh, it changes the look. I see. Okay, I can be crossbow. I mean, I guess it's worth reading, but like, I mean, I don't want this video to last forever here, so I'm actually not going to read all this. But okay, so that basically changes your look. We got the Deadfire Archipelago, dexterity +1. Resolve +1. I mean, dexterity +1 would put us at 20, which I kind of like. We're at 19. Yeah, if I do that, I'm 20 dexterity, which is ultimately the max I think you can get. No one gets +2 dexterity, I don't think. I could be wrong. I think maybe there was another race that got +2. I'm not sure. Anyways, 20 right now seems pretty good. Our res is 9. Resistance is 9. I didn't really have anything that allowed me to increase this, but anyways, I'm gonna go with Deadfire Archipelago. I kind of like the look, although I kind of like this one too, though. The white that wins. It gives dexterity as well. It does seem more wood elfy, I guess. Wood elfy, right? So there we go. We're gonna go with that. Then we get to choose a background as well. Well, I'm gonna go hunter. You live for the thrill of the chase, whether for glory or for sustenance. You have made your living taking the lives of wild creatures. No, I like wild creatures. Drifter? I mean, I got an animal companion. I don't take lives of wild creatures. I feel for the creatures. Laborer, explorer. Explorer is kind of nice, but actually drifter. No, I'm not a drifter. Merchant? Aristocrat. I mean, I don't know what this will impact. I think this is what impacts the NPCs or something. Laborer. Okay, yeah, I like that. I will be a laborer. There we go. Laborer. Done. Then we get to choose our appearance real quick here. I usually associate green with rangers, so that's fine. We got different shades of greens. Actually, I kind of like this one here. I will accept, and a secondary color, a nice shade of like a brownish color, or darker anyways. Kind of like that. Let's do this. Skin, let's be a bit more fair. Not too fair though, like this one here, that's fine. And hair, I don't know, a redhead? I like the look. There we go. No facial hair for us because we are a girl. And, you know, just saying, facial hair on girls, ew. So we got only 3 different heads. I mean, I'm assuming they might add more when the game fully releases. I kind of like this one. They're very subtle differences, though, but this one, our character does seem a little bit more, you know, serious or something. So there we go. Different hairs, kind of like that. Ooh, the bald look is interesting. Then we got these weird... Not weird, but more aggressive looks. I kind of like that one too, but I don't want to spend too much time doing this here. Actually, you know what? I like that one the most. I like this. That's what we're gonna do. That's our look. Appearance is done, and now we get to choose a portrait. Well, there's a lot of portraits. You can use custom portraits if you wish. So I can't wait to see what people come up with. There's a lot of cool artists out there, and I'm sure there's going to be a plethora of awesome downloadable portraits eventually. Okay, now we're in the guy section here. Actually, this guy look almost real. That freaked me out for a second there. Alright, what else we got? Okay, well, we might as well get to the girls. Okay, there only seems to be 2 elves. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one that kind of looks woodsy, wood elfy-ish. Let's go take that. Then we got male voice or female voice, cleric. I mean, obviously they're gonna have more choices when the game fully releases, but we're gonna go female cleric, obviously. We're gonna name our character Zoe. That's I'm not gonna mess around too much with that one. So there we go. We are done, and we are going to be entering the game Let's do that right now. I'm actually gonna put a cut to this episode actually, and in the next one we will start exploring the world and getting into combat and checking out all the game mechanics. So
Yes.
thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you all next time.